liberty, and justice for all.
Okay, just to let everybody know, these meetings are televised live, so when you approach a podium, please tell us who you are and the business you represent. You can lay your plans out at the table next to the podium. And we have 4 applicants tonight, so hopefully we'll move it pretty quick. So our first application tonight is, thank you, is DRB 2023-37, the application of Gingy's at 111 North Wayne Avenue, zoned Wayne Business Overlay District. Okay.
Hi.
Hi there.
Hello. Okay, I have pictures, so
Okay, you can lay them right out. Yeah,
I just lay it here. Oh, it goes
right on the table.
there.
So Gingy's currently in Wayne, down close to where the Gap used to be, and relocating to North Wayne Avenue.
Yes. Okay, hi.
Hi.
So my name is Susan Gill, and I'm with Image 360 of the main line, and I'm here on behalf of Gingy's Boutique, and they are moving to 111 North Avenue in downtown Wayne, as you said, which was the former Weichert office. Yeah. So we are presenting 3 items. The first item that you see here is 2 single-sided aluminum composite signs with vinyl graphics located on both sides of the building. These 2 signs are 30 by 17 and are meant as building ID signs at the entrance level. These are also covering up old signs that were removed from the prior tenant where there is damage to the wall. These signs will be mounted via silicone, so there'll be no visible fasteners shown. So it'll be like hidden, which will be very tastefully done. And it's ACM, which is a metal material, so it'll last.
All right, comments or questions?
Yes, any questions on this one?
I'm assuming that it's below the lamp on the front door.
Yes.
Okay. This
Yes,
pink is
it's
not
exact-
representative of the pink?
It is, yeah, it's a hot pink. It's hard to tell in the picture.
Similar to the pink they all have on their current?
Yes,
painting?
yes, very similar, yes.
And you're painting the fascia that color also?
I'm sorry, oh yeah, that was the second item.
Oh, all right, I'm jumping.
Jumping ahead. I mean, I could go to that if you'd like to go.
So are you okay with the signage? You're
Yeah,
good?
Yeah, I mean, it's
The
covering
size
up,
is right, the size.
yeah, it's covering up old signs when it'll look nice because the building is a little
So they're
defaced right there.
Basically a corner property.
Yeah,
Yeah, so they're
I
allowed
know
to
exactly
2
what that
signs.
38 years of here.
Right, exactly. So
right. Okay.
There's no lighting at all, except for the lamp, I guess, on the front.
Yes.
Okay, the side.
It's,
will light.
yeah, it's where the other sign was.
Sure.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
right there.
All right, so
That
we're
represents
good on
that one.
Okay, so let's look at the paint.
There we go. So the second item we are presenting is the painting of the trim above the windows on both sides of the building, as well as the trim areas of the existing front door. You can see that in the picture there. Image 360 is not going to be the contractor to actually paint these trim areas, but since the color is so eye-catching, we were asked by the boutique to get it approved by the design review board. This is the only exterior area we are aware of that will require painting.
All right, we good with that?
So, if
I
you're
have,
okay with that.
Does this fascia continue on in front of the other stores too? I can't quite remember.
No, just.
No,
think it's
just,
on
it
that
would
one
just be,
side, then that's
fine.
yeah,
That's
Yeah.
fine then.
that's okay, yeah.
And it's going to be on the side, too.
Yeah.
Facing the parking lot.
Right, yeah, it would be facing the parking lot.
also painting the door?
Yeah, just a trim around the door. There's windows in the middle of that. So it would just be the trim going around.
Just that door?
Yep, just that door.
Okay,
That's correct.
all right, we good with that? Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
it'll look nice. I think it'll
Yeah,
look really
I mean,
pretty.
she's done a great job
Yeah,
at the
she
other
does.
location, so.
Yeah, it looks really nice. It's very classy. It's very tasteful.
Oh, yeah.
You know. Okay, so the third item we are presenting is the two single-sided main signs on both the Wayne Avenue side of the building and the parking lot side. These will be 96 by 30, pink and white, so it matches, carved high-density urethane signs mounted on the sloping roof line. These will be fastened using a cleat system on the back of the signs to angle brackets to account for the slope of the roof. These two signs are similar to the existing sign at Farnan Jewelers, located at 105 North Wayne Avenue, but will not be as long since their Gingy's name is shorter, so it won't be as long as their signs, but the same type of sign.
Okay, so the problem is that Farnham Jewelers
Farnham,
has
yeah.
had that sign on their roof
Yeah.
predating the ordinance. So rooftop signs are not allowed
Oh,
under the code.
okay.
So, and not only are not allowed, I think even if you're allowed, you can't have a sign higher than 15 feet from grade, which I
Okay.
assume that would probably be also.
Okay.
So you really have two issues there. So,
Do we have any recommendations for where we could put a sign for them?
well, I mean, you guys are the sign designers.
Yeah.
But my take would be possibly on the soffit, maybe
On
some
the
pin-mounted
soffit.
letters.
Oh, pin-mounted letters?
Yeah,
That would be accepted?
If you think you need it.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they would definitely need something. I mean, the smaller signs, the aluminum composite signs are smaller.
I know, but I think people know where your store is. They're aware of your store.
They're 17 by 30, so it won't be noticed by the parking lot or Wayne Avenue, because they're just more like identification,
Yeah.
eye-level signs. But if you don't allow this type of sign,
Right.
we would be interested in doing the pin-mounted letters, I'm sure.
I mean, that's my suggestion.
That's your
You can go back to
suggestion.
Gingy and.
Yeah,
see
we'll
what
have
she-
to go back and see what they,
If they're going to do that, where would they locate this sign?
Well, they're
Over
gonna
the
have to come back with that
window
anyway.
Or over that, 'cause just randomly
Yeah.
sticking.
we'll have to come back with
You'll have to
that.
come back with that.
Yeah.
Or you could put, and I think she may even have them in her current location, you could put vinyl graphics in the window,
Right,
and you're allowed to use up to 20% of your available window space.
okay.
But I think probably what she wants is visibility from
She
across the
does.
street.
She
like not at a
does.
restaurant, so.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
even like probably 9-inch pin-mounted letters, you're going to see it from across the street.
okay. Right, right.
So,
So, yeah, so
So, yeah,
9
that, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to approve that, so.
Okay, so we'll just have to come, we'll check with them and see what they would like to do.
Yeah, she's still a couple months away from moving in, probably.
Yeah.
So, okay.
And I would
Okay.
also be aware that you can put vinyl signs in the windows.
Okay.
20%.
Yeah,
20%.
And you have to put the address on the building.
yeah, it's all right. I think it's
Yeah.
already
I think
over
it
the
is
door.
too, but
Yeah,
I can't
yeah,
see
just
it.
to make sure. Yeah, that is real faint.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, okay, so
Yeah.
don't take it.
And would they be able to do the pin-mounted letters on both sides because of
Because you're on a corner.
they're on a corner? You think that
So
would be
that's my
allowed?
suggestion, but yeah.
That would be a
You
suggestion,
can't
okay.
paint directly on the building.
Yeah.
So you have to have a
Right.
letter with some relief. if you're-
No, that makes sense, yeah, yeah.
but Yeah, sorry about that. It's just-
Okay.
Just a code. Like I say, I think not only are you not allowed to put a rooftop sign, you
Right.
can't have something over 15 feet high. And like I say, I think
Oh.
you got gigged on both, so.
Yeah, but I think also putting it on the fascia is a more elegant look for a
Absolutely.
woman's dress shop than
Yeah.
having it
Yeah.
on top of the roof. That's a
do you
design choice.
Right,
You're good?
okay,
Questions? No? Okay.
you're good?
All right, you're good with
All right.
us?
Yes,
So I
we
think
are.
What we can do is approve the color
Yes.
and the
Small signs.
the two small
Okay,
application signs. Ask the applicant to come back next month if you can
Yes.
get it all together in that time.
yes, we can definitely do that.
And we need to get you, or you need to get plans into the
19th.
township building, let's see,
For the 19th.
oh yeah, by July 19th, so it doesn't give you a lot of time.
Okay,
For
next
for
meeting.
August,
that shouldn't be a problem at
Our
all.
next meeting's August 9th,
Yeah,
but
because
yeah,
it
plans have
comes
to be in.
earlier.
I know, it comes quick, right? So it's August 9th, good.
Yeah.
Oh,
next
that's
meeting's
good.
August 9th, plans
That'll
are
work.
July 19th.
We should be able to do that.
Okay.
That shouldn't be a problem at all.
All right.
Yeah, all the materials should be in by the 19th.
Okay,
Great.
very good. We'll do that.
Any other questions?
No, I think
The board,
that's it.
you're good?
Yeah, we're good. All right. Well, thank you so much.
Don't run off just yet.
Yeah.
For DRB 2023-37, the board moves to approve the two small signs and the color of the fascia and the color of the door. And the applicant will bring back, for the August meeting, signs for the fascia.
Very good.
Fair enough.
All right,
That- okay.
great, thank you.
Is there a second on that?
No, seconded.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Great. Thank you so
Thanks a lot.
much.
Okay.
Thank you.
See you next month.
All right. thank you.
Okay. Okay, next on the agenda tonight is DRB 2023-38, the application of Villanova at 800 Lancaster Avenue for a ground sign.
Hello, how are you? I'm John from Blackney Hayes. So the idea is to create a sign for this drive area here, similar to the existing sign out in front of the Davis Center.
Okay.
And it would be called Right Way, and what we show in the...
I'm sorry, John, can you talk into the mic, please?
sorry.
Yeah, thanks.
It would be called Right Way, and what we show in the design package is, you know, a rendering, a rendering of what the sign would be, as well as existing photos of the location of it and the sign that we're mimicking that's across the way for the Davis Center on
I think one sign came in like that maybe a year or 2 years ago. Was it McMahon Way?
Yes, and that's the, I'm sorry.
Okay, this is,
Hi, I'm Mary Lou Smith with Villanova. Yes, the McMahon Way is actually for the pavilion. This is actually the road that is in front of the pavilion. We're calling it Right Way. And on the opposite side of the road is the Davis Center, and that's just a monument sign for that building.
Gotcha, okay.
Yeah.
So
So-
McMahon's still around?
He
Okay,
is still around.
Okay, all right, good. Okay, wasn't sure. All
I'd be
right,
glad to hear that.
okay, got it. Good. But it's a pretty simple application
so
there.
they're building this brick wall and they're putting a sign on it, or the brick wall's already there?
yeah, the brick behind is already all there.
Oh, okay.
So I guess pin-mounted letters?
Yeah, it's pin-mounted letters. It's similar to what is on the Davis Center, which is precast stone panels, the bricks around, and then pin-mounted letters.
How about lighting?
There is in this picture here, you can see there's an existing light pole that's out there. We're not adding any light at this time to that space. There's site lighting all over, so.
What do you think? You good?
Right
Okay.
way.
All right. We thought Jay would be here tonight
long
for this.
He's very humble.
Okay, all right.
But I just kind of ask one little question.
Sure.
You know the building that I called One Spring Mill? It used to be the bank buildings that you all bought, and you painted it white and black. Part of this board's review is landscaping, and usually there isn't any landscaping because they're right on the sidewalk. They're, retail or restaurants. But you do have landscaping. We did not see the landscape plan for that building. We approved the paint colors, but we didn't see a landscape plan. Do you have a landscape plan, or is Ian still there? Ian, in charge of the grounds, the planting? Irish guy.
Actually, Jarrett is in charge of grounds, so I think the last time we came in for the design review, we got the paint approved and the removal of the bank overhang, and we're now just filling in that space. We're actually creating some parking spaces out of it, and there was landscaping there. We're just replacing the landscaping there. There's no major plan
But you're
for it.
not going to improve the landscaping, you're just going to have the mulch beds and those few shrubs in them?
Probably, yes. I mean, we'll do, have you seen Villanova? We'll do a nice job.
I know. I see what you're doing, but we didn't see the plan. We should have seen a plan. Okay.
Well, when they demoed that, that got destroyed, so we actually have ripped it up, and I will find a plan to send to you.
Are they putting a seal on the big white
We are.
space? Okay, so
The Seal and Riley Hall.
you're not going to put a tree right there,
No,
break up the facade.
no.
I'm always looking for space.
You're always
All right.
looking for what?
I think that in the future, when Villanova comes in with projects, you should consider including your landscaping plan for approval.
We normally do. We did not have a plan for it at the time.
I know.
Well,
Okay.
okay,
Well, we'll be seeing you guys
watching
again.
because I sit at that red light.
okay. I'm sure you'll love it.
Expecting great things.
Okay. Let me know if it isn't.
Because you are, you're number one arboretum now, a grade one arboretum.
Are we?
I think you did get it, yeah.
Oh, super.
Sure.
We should. If we
Hey,
didn't,
Chase
we should.
Chase Swarthmore, all you want. I approve.
Yeah, right. Thank you.
Thanks. All right, any other, John, any other questions for the board?
No?
You good? Okay. Sharon, you want to take this one? Okay.
In the matter of DRB 2023-38, the board moves to approve one ground sign for right way.
Okay, here a second.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Next on the agenda is DRB 2023-39, the application of Friedman Group at 505 East Lancaster Avenue for outside
Amenity.
rest area. I don't know, what do we want to call it?
Barbecue amenity area.
There you go.
Yeah.
And this is the Wessex House, I believe, right?
We've got these, yeah.
Okay,
I have a few extra pictures.
Oh, okay, yeah.
okay, thanks.
I see the construction on the one for Delmont.
That's what
It's
that
coming
is.
along fine.
Yes,
And you've taken the guards off the trees because they don't need them anymore, and that's good, too.
yes.
I think that what they've done to this building really makes the building look so much better
Oh, my
than
God.
what it looked
Yeah,
like.
it's
It
huge.
does look so good, much better.
All right, so my name is David Friedman. I am president of our management company, which manages the apartment community known as Wessex House at 505 East Lancaster Avenue. My father and I are also owners of the building as well, so we've got the management and the ownership. So this is from our property, the back corner, an open, undeveloped space on our property. And when we purchased this property 2.5 years ago, the occupancy was about 50%. So we've gone all our permits and renovations. I want to say we are like 93% leased. And now that we have residents, we want to give them a nice space to enjoy. And this corner was identified, and we're polling our residents as well to see kind of what they would like. So we're hoping to get approval to put some pavers. It would stay within the 499 square feet for stormwater management, so it's not a big property with a lot of units, so we're not looking to do anything very large. This is actually very, very, very comparable to what we already had approved back in March or April for another site, and I'll show online the pictures of that site that is finished. When we submitted this application about a month ago for this meeting, it wasn't done. So that's why I dropped it for you so you could see we're pretty much trying to do the same thing. So this is another angle from the back. There is where there's orange fencing. The neighbor put some fencing up temporarily. And the brick wall on that other side is also our parking spot. That's more towards the SEPTA St. David's train station. And that just divides the parking lot from the grass of the property. So this is a landscaper's layout. Apologize, it's a little small here. But essentially, this being the neighbor's property here, this being our parking lot and this being a corner building, this corner is where we want to do it. So we've got a whole bunch of landscaping. Jane, we know you like the landscaping as well, and so do we.
That's why I'm on the commission.
Yeah, so we like to create a little bit of an oasis and not just do the grill stations and the pavers. So we'll try and make it nice in there. And as far as some renderings of what we would do, we would put in, this is just a materials palette. Oh, I'm sorry, we would also do a fire pit. A sample of what we would do. So some pictures that I put before you and that I'll share. This is our location at 421 Morris Road, which is now complete, not just from DRB, but from all of the permit applications. So we have the pergola here. This was a little bit different. There's a sod and grass existing at the site that I'm here for you tonight already. This had a lot of overgrown vegetation that was left probably untouched for 15 years, without exaggeration.
Or longer.
Yes. And we wanted to make an immediate impact. So we know that the Warren Philippone Park is well-trafficked, so we put up the white fence, but we also put in sod. So, we're impatient. We didn't want to put seed for this and wait for that to grow.
David, what kind of restrictions, they cut the lights at 10 o'clock, or how's that work?
So this doesn't have lighting out there. There's, I guess, building lighting. So once the lights are on, we have them on photocells, so they're like dusk to dawn. Mostly, we have them adjusted by the electrician that installed them to really just illuminate the asphalt paving area for safety for parking. There's probably some light that spills over, but we're putting signage up that pretty much tells everyone the hours to use and enjoy the space are dawn until dusk.
Okay. All right, good.
So,
No, it looks nice.
it
it was
does look
pretty
nice.
ratty back there before, so,
to say the least.
yeah. Okay, good.
Are you guys required to put in a ramp for ADA?
It was not part of when we went for permits, that was not part of the request or requirement. These buildings were built in 1970, 1960, so ADA didn't come into effect until the 1990s. So I'm not sure. We weren't asked or required to do anything with it. I can tell you on the other site, this one's a little different, but particularly for the one for tonight, there are 2 elevators in the building, so it would be ADA accessible in that regard. And the area that we were trying to put it at,
It's flat.
there are no steps, they're flat. You'd have to go over grass.
Yeah, I'm very aware of where you're going to put it, because
Yeah.
the St. David's train station I've used it.
Yeah, it looks good.
Looks good. I think you're
Yeah.
really improving the whole building and the grounds around it, and I don't know.
David, you mentioned you're going to have signage. I'm sure it's going to be tasteful. We won't ask you to come back unless you have something outlandish you're going to put there, but.
For which part?
Or just for the hours of operation and stuff like that. It's just going to be a small marker, I guess. Just kind of laying out the groundwork for the hours of
It would-
operation and all.
Correct. It would
Yeah.
it would be maybe at most 18 to 24 inches wide, just kind of saying rules with clean up your trash.
Right. Lisa,
Yeah.
you don't feel that it needs to come in, do you? No? Okay. All right. Okay. Any, the Wessex House site, I guess it's not going to bother any neighbors, right?
I don't believe so.
Yeah.
I've been there too many times.
Yeah, it
It's
looks like
basically the
the
parking
lot, yeah, so,
It's the parking lot and the train station.
right.
This neighbor on the right, she did put that fence up. There was an old fence there that was, I don't know what material, some sort of metal, but it was actually had grown through a lot of very old trees. So as part of the application and what we will apply for permits for will be some sort of fencing. What was existing before was probably 3 feet tall. So I don't know exactly what we would do, but I can tell you it won't be like a 6-foot privacy
Right,
fence.
right.
But it might be like another vinyl 3-foot kind of picket that would be decorative and just kind of give a demarcation. Because
Yeah.
we have, our on-site team has had interactions with her, and her one and only feedback was just she wants a delineation to go back so that people don't feel like they can spill over to her space,
Right.
which we respect. So we'll put back a fence as part of our application as well.
Rose, Sharon? Anything? Questions? Hey,
Yeah, are you
any
building
questions?
this ornamental pool too? This ornamental fountain pool?
That was just an example of
Okay.
the,
Thinking like,
like a representation of the pavers that we were going to put in.
Yeah.
The ones that I gave to you for this evening are the ones that we would actually do.
That's all right. I was thinking
So
that's very-
at the Marsh Road site, the furniture that's out there, is it pretty heavy-duty stuff? Or-
So the furniture that we have is still on order, but here we have some Adirondack chairs that we'll put around the fire pit. It's made out of recycled plastic, so it's going to be weather resistant and durable.
Okay.
And then we're going to put some picnic tables, same material, made out of recycled plastic.
Right, okay. I mean, a lot of times, the restaurants will come in for approval for outside dining. I guess maybe we're gonna see you guys for approvals for that, because one of the things we look at is the furniture, umbrellas, things like that. So I don't know whether somebody from the townships mentioned it, maybe you're gonna have to come back before DRB for approval, or maybe they'll just,
That wasn't part of the other application. There
Okay.
are no umbrellas planned. The only thing, that we are putting another pergola, the same
Right,
exact one that
right.
was in the other one.
Okay.
So for here, I can,
Alright.
I can send you something. We'd probably be putting 2 like 6-foot-long
Yeah.
picnic tables.
that's fine then, okay, all right. Like I say, a lot of times the restaurants will come in, show us the type of furniture, but of course, you're not a restaurant, so, so I guess they trust what you're gonna do, and no need to come see us again, so.
Yeah, if you want to see what we would put in, I'd be happy to send it to you if you wanted to
Okay.
take a peek.
Well, I mean, Andy will mention it to you, I guess, if need be, so,
Okay.
okay. Anything else? You're good with the plan selection?
Yeah, they're good.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. The
All
more
right.
plants, the better.
Okay.
You've done a great job with the landscaping around these buildings.
Thank you. We appreciate that.
Yeah, it's certainly a
really
big
was.
improvement to the
Oof,
township, so,
Yeah, really big.
yeah. So 5 buildings you own now in Radnor?
Yes.
Okay, all right, yeah, looking good.
Once we get through this, I actually do have a quick question about a potential, another presentation I might have to make here.
Okay, so we finished with David, any more questions?
No,
No?
I'm good.
Okay, all right, question?
So the way the parking lot is configured, it's actually, it's all one parcel, and all within the same property boundary, so it's ours. But if you can picture where the St. David's train station is and the former post office or ticket
Yeah.
office, that has a separate entrance off of Chamonix. So if a resident wants to pull into what looks like the primary parking lot for the residential building, and they find that the parking lot is full, which it will be now that we actually have occupancy at this place, there's no connection. And at the grade is not the same at the beginning. There's a stone wall that was existing. As you get further down the property towards this direction, the grade meets and it's level. And there's like a 3-foot maximum dirt strip. So what we want to do is connect them at that location and section all the way in the back where it's level grade. Because what would happen is somebody's going to come in, look for parking in the main site. It's not going to be there. They're going to have to come back out, go into Chamonix, do a quick U-turn, come up and go to the other one. So by doing that, what our goal and intention is to give them one fluid design for parking and minimize the traffic having to go back into the public street, and that can be a nuisance for people as well. So I believe we might have to come to you. Do you know?
That Amtrak property, that parking lot?
No, we own it.
Oh, so it's all your property?
Yeah.
You're not talking about your tenants going and parking in the Amtrak lot?
It's ours.
Okay.
The one on the other side,
Gotcha.
down Chamonix, is SEPTA. They own that. But the one that is on the side where the former ticket office is, that we own that.
All the way to the tracks?
Yeah,
Wow.
I know. It's
People have been parking in there for years.
I know.
Taking Amtrak, I think. Well, yeah, I don't know if you have.
You wouldn't be
Well,
surprised.
naturally, I would, talk to Andy Pankos.
Okay.
And get his take on everything, so,
Okay,
okay.
all right.
He'll have better answers than us, certainly, so,
Yeah.
yeah. All right. David, any other questions for the board?
Yeah.
Good, keep up the good work. So
Yeah.
it's looking good, so.
Thank you very much.
Keep looking, Jane?
Yeah. DRB 2023-39 for the Friedman Group for 505 East Lancaster, the Wessex House, for new amenities, a barbecue area and fire pit with a pergola back in the far right corner of the property. I move for approval.
Here, a second?
Seconded?
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, great.
Thank you very
David.
much. Have a great evening.
What did I just do?
All right, last on the agenda tonight is DRB 2023-40, the application of Giant at 550 East Lancaster Avenue for ground sign and 3 wall signs. Hello, sir.
Good evening.
Hi.
Last but not least, right?
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
My name's Matt Clift. I'm with MRC Signs. I work with Blair in conjunction to get the signs installed for them. They have the account for Giant.
Okay,
And we're here because Giant has been doing rebrands for pretty much all their locations across the entire area. So they're doing a refresh. They're also adding some channel letters, and I'm here to discuss that.
They're
Okay.
changing the A, right?
Yes, it's
Okay.
getting a leaf.
all right. So why don't you lay your plans out so
Sure.
that viewers at home can see exactly what's going on here?
We've got the idea that you're changing the A.
Ha,
These are 11 by 17. Will fit here.
There it
Very
is, the A.
The infamous A.
Yeah,
Why? Why bother?
You know,
I'm sorry,
go
can you
healthy.
talk right into the
Go
mic?
healthy, I
Nice.
guess. I don't really know the reasoning behind it, but every Giant that I've done, and I've done a lot of them in the area, have all had the updated A's.
No,
Um,
kind of nice, it's a little different.
Yeah, but it's such a waste of material and time. I
Keeps
mean,
these
it still
guys
says
employed, don't
Giant.
worry.
I know it's for him, it's good, but it's still like.
Trust me, whenever anybody's doing a refresh, I don't complain.
Right, yeah.
Wells Fargo's doing
Yeah,
a
the
refresh.
banks
I'm
Right.
happy.
Exactly.
So
They
it's all
also
the same,
split up,
Just the A is different.
the N and the T
Oh,
are
it's not
split.
connected anymore.
Yeah, which does make it easier to service. Because
Okay,
pulling the N and T off
right,
is really wide, and you have to put 2 guys in the truck, and
yeah.
yeah. So
Okay.
maybe they kind of figured that out.
All right, good, good.
We figured that out, all right.
All right, so this is basically very close to the size that is currently there.
It's slightly reduced.
Yeah, slightly, yeah.
Yes.
And same height,
The tenant panels for the main monument would get upgraded to the new logo.
right.
Um,
But
Same,
stay green.
Okay.
same green
Well,
to
it-
stay
Well, I don't know if
consistent.
you've driven by there.
It's all faded different colors.
No, it's all maroon now.
Oh,
They need to come in, the property owner.
they just did it
It's
without.
got a whole new color scheme. I don't know if you noticed or not, gone by.
No,
So all those that were green forever and ever and ever since B. Altman's
I
left.
know, it'll be all,
And now it's like a maroon color.
and they never got,
It never came in, so.
well, let's tell them no.
We should update that brand
Have you
book.
noticed that? Have you
No.
gone by the location?
No,
Yeah.
it's been a while since I was here.
Right, okay. So we're going to have the center come in for the color change on the monument signs.
You better double check that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I went by and I had
didn't even-
sunglasses
well,
on and
yeah,
I'm like,
I didn't
maybe.
even notice, well, you
Yeah.
know, you don't even read it anymore because you know
Right.
it's there.
Well, take a
right?
look. Yeah, but it's kind of a brownish, rusty, maroon kind of
Okay.
color. So,
But
I
they
mean, it looks
should-
good, but yeah,
Good
Yeah,
to know.
but still,
yeah.
So this will probably have to get revised to
Well,
the.
it's
Okay.
all done and now I don't know whether the
your
giant.
giant already got done.
Yeah, I don't know if the
Oh, did it?
giant is your new logo or the old one, so.
Okay.
But whatever it is, just make sure it matches all the other panels in color.
Yes.
Don't put green back up.
Yeah.
So, all right,
Agreed.
okay.
Stand out, be green, okay.
All right, so we're good on the giant on the building change,
Okay,
right?
they want to
We're-
do
We're
it.
good on the monuments, provided everything matches, and we're going to have the property owner come back.
And
for
there's a secondary one on the property too.
The monument signs.
Yes.
Yeah, I think there's 3 altogether.
Okay.
Yeah, so,
Are
okay.
they all red now?
They're all
this
red,
one?
yeah,
Oh, great.
yeah,
Here's the third.
right. Okay,
Okay.
all right, good. So getting back to that new giant wall sign, so you're going to patch up the holes if there's any, and you're going to put a new raceway in?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so it'll look brand new, right?
If there were any holes, they
Yeah.
would be patched, but
Yeah.
it's pretty much the same footprint of what's there, and they're on a raceway,
Right.
so there really shouldn't be any
No.
holes left. But if there were, they would get caulked and
Right.
painted the same
Maybe they'll
color.
find the old Gennardi sign.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the existing width was 14, and it's actually getting reduced to 12 foot 10 and a quarter. So slightly reduced in width, but the same overall height.
Kind of curious, I wonder, I think when they came in, we had some restrictions too, that sign couldn't be on all night. Because
Yeah,
that property
probably.
backs up to apartments and, you know,
And like you
why
don't
should
know
it be
you're
on
at the
2
Giant
o'clock
by
in
the
the
time you get all the way around behind.
Right.
yeah.
Similar case up in Percy, that we added a beer and wine set, and we wanted to make sure that it was off
Right.
at the appropriate time, so, yeah.
Well, we have a problem with that.
Okay, so continue, and yeah, and we might have an issue coming up.
This is just the spec sheet on how it's fabricated and
Okay,
all the call-outs for it.
okay,
So this is where they want to propose to add the beer and wine channel letters
Right.
to the left elevation of the front main entrance.
so that's where the problem is. So the center is zoned planned business, and in planned business district, you're only allowed one wall sign,
Okay.
which is the giant sign. So
So-
basically, you can't put those up.
What is the take on a variance
You
meeting
can
with that?
I mean, that's your prerogative. You can certainly go to zoning hearing board and try to get
I'm,
relief.
just, I'm sure they'll have questions.
Yeah, yeah.
So-
Yeah, I mean, that's certainly the applicant's,
You can do that.
yeah,
So if we remove the beer and wine package and the pharmacy package out of that, we could get that package approved
Yes.
and then come back for a variance for the beer, wine, and
If
pharmacy.
you go to zoning.
right.
We're not the one that issues variance.
Right, I know,
Yeah.
yeah, understood. But that would be the way to kind of get the ball rolling.
If they get the variance, they would still have to come back to us
They
for
still
the
have to come
design.
back.
Right, right.
Yeah.
The
And I
design.
think that beer and wine would be too large anyway, regardless.
It could be. I mean, we're looking.
Yeah, it's a
looking
set
at
of
square
24-inch
footage
letters,
issues and
yeah.
stuff like that. So, I mean, here, I'll basically read it to you. It's under
Yeah.
signs and planned business, which you
know.
are.
Right.
And it says, when a shopping center or retail use is permitted or integrated within a planned development, each business shall be permitted one wall sign not to exceed 60 square feet in sign area, one
Okay.
wall sign. So, naturally, we can't approve those two
Sure.
signs then.
So if I have the team from Blair redo the package to less that, do I need to come back for the August 9th meeting to get Giant?
I would talk to,
If we delete beer and wine and pharmacy out of this package for the interim and just have the tenant panels and the main Giant sign in one package, can we get that approved and get going and then come back? Yeah, okay,
yeah, so we can
Okay.
approve part of your application.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, we're not going to be able to approve the pharmacy and beer and wine.
okay,
So,
all right.
but like I say, if you guys want to go to the zoning hearing board for relief, you can.
Yeah, I don't make that final call.
No,
Yeah,
no, so-
but if, I'm sure,
Yeah.
if they have been doing this for a lot of their stores,
Sure,
so they probably will want to fight for it, but
yeah,
I,
Yeah, but
I don't know.
every township has their own rules.
Right.
yeah,
And it's
Right.
like some let people put huge signs up.
I know,
And
I know.
Radnor does not do that.
right.
Yeah, okay,
Again, I mean, there's a lot of windows on
Yeah.
that building.
right,
If they want to do a vinyl application and put a vinyl application in the windows, you can, in a planned business, you can use 15% of your available windows
okay,
for that advertising.
okay,
And that would have to come back. So
Okay.
if you decide you're going to go that route, you're definitely going to have to come back before us
Okay.
for approval on that.
all right,
So that's an option, but,
Yeah. And many businesses do that. They put signs in their windows, you know.
right.
yeah,
I
So
will,
that's-
I will
There's
present
not too many
both.
people look out those windows at Giant.
Right,
yeah.
yeah, I would agree.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, good.
So that was beer and wine. We just touched on pharmacy, so that
Yeah.
was another part of the proposed package.
Mhm.
And that wraps up
Okay.
what they were seeking
Sure.
guidance on. So
Okay.
I'll advise them about the pharmacy and beer and wine,
Yes.
and
Yeah, it's right in the code, so
Okay.
if they go online and look up Radnor's sign ordinance, they'll see it in plain English.
just a quick question.
They can put it in their windows.
Okay. If they do go for the variance, is a lawyer needed to present?
I'm not sure.
Okay,
I'm-
all right.
I'm not
Well,
sure.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
okay. All right,
Yeah.
we'll let him do the battle then.
Right, right.
Okay, all right, good
Any
deal.
other questions for the board?
I'm okay.
You're good?
Yep.
Okay, we're good.
Okay, all right.
Any question for the applicant?
No.
Okay, you want to take the last one?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
In the matter of DRB 2023-40, giant MRC signs, the board moves to approve one to replace front giant sign with the same size new font on Raceway and replace the 3 monument signs, given that the overall color matches all the other signs in the monument.
Okay, good. Here a second?
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank
Okay.
you, sir.
Thank you. Have a
Appreciate
good
it.
night. All right, take care.
Okay. All right,
was
and
quick.
any other business for the board tonight?
Nope.
Nope, okay, all right. We'll see you in August.
All
Okay,
right.
all right.